Hi, Minister. I'm the founder of the Boat Rockers Association. I guess this doesn't come as much of a shock to you. Smokers fund all the tobacco control and anti-smoking groups. I mean, like that Family Legacy Foundation, Truth in Advertising. Even that campaign for tobacco-free kids is funded by and was founded by Philip Morris. Probably is an attempt to make anti-smoking look like kid stuff so that teenagers will start smoking. And all the charities and those things, they're funded by pharmaceutical companies because people who smoke keep buying their smoking cessation products. And we really deserve it, you know. We should pay higher premiums and health insurance, and of course you keep making laws, passing laws to make us pay higher taxes and to do smoking bans so that we'll quit, right? I mean, we never asked for your help to quit, but you do it anyway, right? Because we're so weak. Yeah, well, Minister, I did try to quit, and I did quit for a little while, but people were still really hostile. So I went on the internet hoping to find some help there, and I didn't really find much help, but I did come across this one website, Forces International. You've heard of that. Yeah. Well, I figured they were like me, just a bunch of addicts trying to rationalize their addiction. But they weren't. They made good sense. And you always told us that they would just be tobacco shills, but they don't take any tobacco money. And then I came across another website, Freedom to Choose. I read a couple of their articles, and they make really good sense. And I kind of like that. And you know, they're not all smokers. Well, it turns out, after I did a little research and looking into things, and I'm pretty smart, I'm a good researcher, turns out that smoking isn't anywhere near as bad as you've been telling us. As a matter of fact, smokers have a lot of perks. We have better digestion, we don't get old age diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and there are lots of those smokers' paradoxes, as you call them. And as it happens, our friends and our families who are exposed to secondhand smoke fare pretty well. The obvious ones that come to mind are the two studies by the World Health Organization. Not exactly a pro-smoking group. One showed that children raised in smoking households actually fared better against cancer. And another one, also by the WHO, showed similar results for flight attendants with cancer and other diseases. But all this time you've been telling us what monsters we are, and we've been trying to accommodate you. If you tell us not to smoke someplace, we don't. We ask before we light up. But now you tell us that we're not wanted in restaurants and bars and airlines. Well, when you start to talk to people who actually own pubs and restaurants, they do want us there. And a lot of times they wind up closing when we stop going. And a lot of times when we stop going, our friends stop going because we all start going other places or staying home or whatever. We find alternatives. Turns out we are pretty well adjusted and we're pretty healthy. All of us. And it's not just me. I'm not alone. You tried to convince me that I was alone, and I'm not. There are lots of smokers. Lots of people smoke cigarettes. Then there are pipe smokers, cigar smokers, occasional smokers, secret smokers, closet smokers. And then there are all those non-smokers who really don't mind being passive smokers. At least for a little while sometimes. So, you know, it does seem like you've been maybe fudging the truth. Kind of like those Truth in Advertising commercials. Playing a little fast and loose with the truth there, huh? Well, Minister, after all the havoc you've wreaked with the money that we have provided. You've torn families apart. You've sown seeds of hostility in otherwise civilized societies. You've done a lot of damage. A lot of damage to health, science, psychology, society, law. A lot of harm. A whole lot of harm. I don't think we want to fund you anymore, Minister. I'm sorry, but I think it's time to clean house.